Last week, Weibo was buzzing about America's fiscal cliff. And this week, people are talking about President Barack Obama's new $633 billion U.S. defense spending bill that funds the war in Afghanistan. According to the original post, the measure was hammered out by the House and Senate conferees last month after each chamber voted to approve separate versions of the bill. It includes $527.4 billion for the base Pentagon budget, $88.5 billion for overseas contingency operations, including the war in Afghanistan, and $17.8 billion for national security programs in the Energy Department and Defense Nuclear Facilities Safety Board. The bill authorizes $9.8 billion for missile defense, including funds for a Pentagon feasibility study on 3 possible missile defense sites on the American East Coast. It also extends for 1 year the restriction on use of U.S. funds to transfer Guantanamo inmates to other countries, a limitation that some critics remark as a setback for Obama's efforts to close the detention center. Now, Weibo users are divided in their opinion to the story. On the one side, there are those who feel that America shouldn't be spending so much money when they have a national debt problem, while others believe that America is quite admirable for investing so heavily in its defense programs. Okay, now let's take a look at what people have to say on Weibo.
Although it doesn't look like a big number, it's 6 times the budget that China has. Aircraft carriers, state-of-the-art weapons, invasions. I won't talk about whether what the American military does is right or wrong, but at least you know they are spending every dollar on their military. I think America's stringent checks and balances makes it possible that every dollar is spent to better their military so that they can maintain the world's most advanced armies and navies. They have so much money to spend on guns and missiles. How about paying off your debts first? America doesn't care about its deficit problem. When it comes to the military, they really bring out the big checks.
According to Sina News, China also gave out their military budget report for 2012 at 670.27 billion yuan, or just slightly over $100 billion. Now, you'll notice that this is less than 1/6 of the American military budget. However, it is an increase of 11.2% from 2011. Now, there are, however, a number of internet users who are skeptical that the Chinese military budget is all entirely going towards military-related stuff. Now, some internet commenters believe that perhaps, just perhaps, a portion of the budget is going towards more frivolous things. Okay, let's take a look at what some of them had to say.
America's military budget is used to wage war. China's military budget is used to buy liquor. I think China's military factories are in need of nothing. Give it money and it'll be able to produce anything you can think of. I don't think China needs to go down the same road with America with heavy spending on the military. We only need to invest just enough to counter what they have is enough. What I really want to know is how China spends its military budget. That's all. Give us a balance sheet is all I'm asking for.
Of course, we don't know for sure if the military is spending a lot of money on liquor. However, shortly after new Chinese government regulation came in that discouraged extravagant banquets and heavy liquor consumption in the military, some of China's most well-known liquor brands saw a sharp decline in their stock prices, which led to Weibo users to comment, just like the one we just saw, that perhaps the two events are linked in some way.